Yeah, I'm with you, Stephen Arrow. Like the folks that came before us, even that are still alive, uh, of the of the boomer generation, our parents, they just don't understand. They don't understand that there aren't jobs anymore. There aren't companies to work for anymore. There aren't careers anymore that you can just be shut out by AI. Like, how can you not be able to find a job? Well, because the corporations won't hire you. When the corporations run everything, if you're blackballed from corporate America, you ain't getting a job. You're not getting a job. Even the people that said they were my friends, even the people whose pants I beat off, uh, and I didn't beat their pants off, but I mean, I beat their pants off. Anyway, I didn't. Well, anyway, the people who I went to business school with, they don't give me jobs. No, they don't want somebody telling the truth out there anymore. They don't want somebody that stood against the system. They don't want blackballed me, even if I'm the best at what I do, even if I'm one of the best writers or one of the best strategists or one of the best economists. They don't want me. They don't want me. I'm persona non grata. You were in the I'm in the sewer with you. They don't want people from the sewer. They don't care where we they don't care if we pass through their little sphere of awareness at one time in their humanity. We're nothing to them. We're nothing to them. They live in their own privileged world. They don't want to be attached to people like us, people like me, people like you. Just, you know, there's all these people running around in the world that are going to pretend that the Pedro DoorDash Santiago's of the world are successful, which is just disgusting. Just vile, disgusting suggestion that anybody so stupid and vapid as a gig tuber could be somebody to look up to. Anybody so stupid and vapid as a gig tube shill could be someone to look up to. I mean, looking up to somebody who's an actual uh, worker who actually tells the truth and represents their community and is a stand-up individual, that's one thing. But just to look up to Kimmy Pants or Zach or Pedro or the rideshare guy or anybody else, your driver Mike, Trevor's Deliveries, Sin City, anybody else that's been out there selling this con, to look up to these people or even just have them still be around is just an insult to humanity. It's just a pure insult to humanity. We saw yesterday that uh, this is a national security issue. The government is literally telling private corporations, we will nationalize your technology if you produce AI technology that we think is going to get out into the world, get to China, get to other places that we can't control, which is everywhere. They're going to police these chips. They're not going to let this computing power out. But here's the thing: how are they going to stop it? China's not that far behind us in technology. They'll be able to steal or or reverse manufacture, reverse design anything that we can design. They got plenty of smart people all around the world, not just in America. America has the lead in AI, but China's right there too. China's right there too. This is the new nuclear war. It's AI. This is the new nukes. Like, what countries are going to be able to have nationalized AI that can destroy the world? If your AI goes after our nation, our AI is going to go after your nation. There's a suggestion that AI have solved the most advanced encryption that exists in the world today. And if that is true, that means that national security is probably a myth. Means borders are probably a myth, banking's probably a myth, everything's a myth, everything's an illusion. You know what's not an illusion? You. You're not an illusion. You know what you can believe in? You. It's what I believe in. I believe in you. It's a better plan than anybody else has got. I wouldn't fucking believe in Joe Biden or Donald Trump if you gave me $10 billion. I would not believe in those two fuckers. So there's that. There's that, the fact that the US government is not to be believed in. The US government is not to be believed. Well, that's probably not a big surprise to everybody in the room, but when you say it out loud, it kind of does have a ring to it, doesn't it? Does have a ring to it when you say the US government is not to be trusted on anything. On your money supply, don't trust them. On war, don't trust them. Poverty, don't trust them. Prison industrial complex, don't trust the government. For God's sakes, don't trust the US government on the US prison industrial complex. Don't trust the government on the military industrial complex. Don't trust the government on policing and on equal protection under the law and civil rights and human rights. Don't trust the US government on that. Don't trust the US government to protect your freedom to have health care, because it's not. The US government is actively involved in restricting your health care. Don't trust the US government to keep you housed. They won't. They'll leave you living in a tent down by the river, swept away with floodwaters. Don't trust the US government to make sure that you have food. There's no safety net. Don't trust the US government to make sure that you have employment or some kind of safety net, because unemployment is a joke and it doesn't even apply to gig workers, who are now one of the largest parts of the economy. They didn't tell you when you became a gig worker that you no longer had unemployment. So it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a terrible, terrible, vicious, awful trap that you're now in. And as it goes down to zero, you have no safety net. You have no health care. You have no support. You have no training. You have no coworkers. Well, you do have coworkers, probably right here. Your coworkers are called co-livers, and they're called human beings. You're co-living now with the rest of the human beings that are now struggling to survive what is our planned genocide. How do I know it's our planned genocide? Because they've already denied our existence. That's your big clue. You got to pay attention to the clues. When they deny your existence, you're slated for genocide. They've denied our existence in the unemployment rolls. They've denied our existence on the societal roles, even the census. Right? Hello, Odin. Odin does not deny our existence. O- Odin is positive that we exist right here, but the government has forsaken you. Your U.S. government has forsaken you. They're just doing crimes against humanity around the world, including right here against you, because the crimes against humanity against you are the crimes of stealing your housing, your medical care, your food, your jobs, your training, your job security, all of the advances that humanity's made since the Industrial Revolution, all been stolen from you. All been stolen from you. And there's a lot of people in this world who are in their 70s and 80s that can't even recognize that. And a lot of those people are in power, like Donald Trump and Joe Biden and all the other dipshits up there in Washington. They're in power. They're so old they don't even fucking remember the fact that we don't live in a world like they lived in. There is no opportunity for young people to have careers and companies and jobs in legitimate business. Legitimate business is done. This is just a Ponzi scheme. This is just end stage predatory capitalism, a Ponzi scheme, now transitioning into cannibalistic capitalism, which is the type of capitalism which is necropolitics. That's where you use human beings as fuel. You burn human beings. You don't employ human beings. You burn them. You burn them as disposable assets. You burn them as fuel for corporations that were never alive and can never be alive. You employ them with AI, which is the same as casting them off into hell, because AI was never meant and can never be suitable to manage human beings. AI can never be suitable to manage human beings. Let me say that again. AI is never suitable to manage human beings and make human decisions. It will fail you, it will kill you. It's killing us now. Why us? Well, because we live in the sewer. We're the lowest class in America. We're the lowest classes around the world. In any nation where the gig economy fraud has taken hold, and it's a fraud, it's all 100% fraud, it's just a pyramid scheme. In all nations where the gig economy fraud has taken hold, it has attached itself to the lowest class, most vulnerable workers. And in every case, it's exploiting them to the point of death, including all those timers that it gives us, which have been proven to cause car accidents. The 30-minute guarantee and all timing was taken away from Domino's because they were sued because people were dying to deliver pizzas. And now people are dying to deliver Happy Meals. They give us notifications while the car is moving. They're in collusion with the insurance companies to keep us from getting proper coverage. Nobody cares. You have been cast out into a netherworld where you are operating your old gas powered vehicle. You're running your gas powered vehicles right out of existence while they're bringing in a new fleet of vehicles, electric and self driven behind you that you won't even be able to afford. So they're burning up your resources. You're burning up uh, your resources every single day that you're working in the gig economy. You're burning expendable resources that you'll never be able to replace. You won't be able to replace these cars that we're burning up. We're not going to be able to replace these cars. They're not telling us that we're burning up expendable resources, not just the fuel, but not just our human labor, which is being burned. And we're never getting anything back for it. We're never going to get a reward for this gig economy, but you're being burned, your car is being burned. All of these things are going to be gone and you're not getting a replacement. You're working yourself out of a job, out of a car, and out of a life. You're working yourself in app slavery out of a car, out of a job, and out of a life. If that sounds bad, it's because it's real fucking bad. If that sounds bad, it's because it's real fucking awful. This is why I start the show with 2 hours of music just to work up to this fucking point where I can talk to you about this shit. You understand what I'm saying? You think I want to talk about this? Takes me 2 fucking hours to warm up with music in the morning, 3 hours to work up with music in the morning, an hour to work up to getting music to you, and then another hour to work up to being alive, and then another hour to work up to talking to you about this dog shit. You can be depressed about it. You can cry about it. Crying's healthy. It's all right to cry, but after a while, you got to take some action. You got to get. You got to take some fucking action. And this is our time. Your action's actually the easiest action to take. Going on strike, striking back against the fascists and the government and the corporations has never been so easy. They don't want you to know that part. That's the one part they don't want you to know, is that striking back has never been so easy. Because all you have to do now is the log outage. All you have to do is put down your slave device. Bigfoot Dasher says, "Yeah, I had a great thing going till I chose app employment. Now I don't know which way is up." Yeah, exactly. It's a trap, and it's not just a trap for you, Bigfoot Dasher. It's a trap for the economy because once you get yourself out of that employment loop, now employers and AI holds that against you because you have been in their loop. So it's a way of like social credit scoring you right out of existence. Is once you've been in the gig economy, we're like tainted by the gig economy. It's the opposite of job experience. They look at us as a lower class. So if you work in the gig economy, you are sullied in polite society because we're marked for death. We're marked for death. And if that sounds shitty, it's because it's real fucking shitty. They're a bunch of racists. They're a bunch of fascists. They're a bunch of fucking Nazis, like Pedro. They're a bunch of fascists and fucking Nazis and swine like Pedro. And why do I say that? Because you can see what they're doing. They're very transparent. They're all about hating humanity. They're about death and hate. And they're about selfishness and greed. They're about destruction and hoarding. They're about lies. and con jobs and advertising and marketing. Illusions. It's all an illusion. Even your healthcare. See, the thing is, when they convince you your work's illusion, then they can convince you your healthcare is an illusion's fine for that too. You don't need a doctor anymore. You just have yourself an AI medical app on your phone. It'll tell you what to do. You don't need to go to a doctor anymore. You don't have time to take off from app slavery. And this app slavery, this thing's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You used to have a weekend. Now you got nothing. Now you just work all the fucking time or think about working all the time because you're a fucking app slave. And even when you're off, it sends you messages. Why don't you come to work now? We need a few app slaves. And then these fuckers act like it's a real market. Pedro and all these fucking other idiots, even the rideshare guy, well, January is going to be slow and Christmas is busy and this is that. Or Pedro puts out these stupid things. Oh, you can don't accept bad offers. You know, we all have to not accept the bad offers because you're failing. You're bad. You're a bad app slave when you accept the bad offers. The whole game. They've got enough players forever. They've got an unlimited number of app slaves to take these orders, and they got robots and AI and self-driving cars to pick up the mess after we're gone, Pedro and all you other bonehead motherfuckers that are still gid tubers, they got shit to clean up the mess after we're gone and to replace us while we're here. You dumb motherfuckers, you stupid motherfuckers. DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, all of them, they control both the supply and the demand for labor at all times. So wherever you're getting paid is what they're paying you. They're putting in the balance. You understand? There's no market that is balancing this. They put as many drivers on the road as they want. They put as many uh, uh, orders into the system as they want, and they adjust those two things appropriately. You can never make more than they want you to make. There's no ability for a human to work extra and to exceed expectations or exceed other people's performance. The only thing you can do is perform to the level that the apps will let you perform at. And this multi-apping thing is just extra stupidity. Multi-apping is just extra stupidity. All multi-apping does is it divides the responsibility instead of just on DoorDash. Now you're being employed. Now you're being fleeced multiple times at the same time, all on the same device, all that's being targeted by the same AI. You think Lyft and Uber and DoorDash aren't coordinating on this phone? They know how much battery power you have left. They know how battery power your customer has left. They know which apps you're running. They know everything. Multi-apping is just a bigger slave collar. Just put on a bigger slave collar. Now you got multiple slave collars. But they can all decapitate you together. They could decapitate you one at a time. You have no security. You're a slave to technology, and none of it's real. None of the markets are real. And so even Lyft, Uber, and DoorDash, let's say, well, and Grubhub. Well, they're all matching the same offers to you. They know what they're paying you. They're all working you down at the same time. It's not like Uber's going to be up here and you can make great money with Uber, so everybody's going to leave DoorDash. No, they're all working you down at the same time. They're all working you down to zero at the same time, and they're all going to leave you high and die at the same time when your car's dead, when these gas vehicles are outlawed or made dead. What if they just come out and go, "Oh, global warming's real bad. No more gas vehicles on the road in 12 months. We're all out of business." You don't think they could do that? They could do whatever the fuck they want. You don't think they could just take all the gas vehicles off the road? Yes, they could. If they say the world's going to end if we don't take the gas vehicles off the road, AI says we got to shut down all the gas vehicles right now to save global warming. Who knows? Who the fuck knows what these people will do? But you're not in charge. I'm not in charge. We're just being whipped around at the whims of corporations and AI, neither of which are human. The only humans up there are the oligarchs and the corporate fascists, and they just want us dead. So you got the oligarchs, the billionaires, the corporate fascists, the governments who want you dead, the computers and the computer AI, the corporate AI, and the corporation themselves that aren't even human, got no feelings at all about exterminating you, but exist to exploit you. Man, that's a bad fucking combination. You think Rome didn't end? You think ancient Greece didn't end? You think Attila the Hun didn't end? Genghis Khan, Hitler, Stalin, they all fucking end, man. They all fucking end, and we're as bad as any of them. The United States empire is a dog shit empire right now, one real dog shit empire, and we've run the entire world into the ground with our AI fraud. We've run the entire world into the ground with our AI and technical fraud. Thanks, United States, for ending the fucking world. Thank you, United States, for destroying the fucking planet. And China's helping too, but we ain't in China. We're doing a fine fucking job ourselves. We want to point the finger at everybody else. We're doing a fine fucking job of ending the world. We really are. Our corporations are dog shit. Our AI is dog shit. Our government, dog shit. Our war policy, foreign policy, dog shit. Dog shit. Gets me all crusty, I'll tell you. Yeah, there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to run. Anything that the AI is going to take out, it's going to be taken out all over the world. And look, the U.S. has proven nothing other than the fact that we're willing to commit genocide over and over and over. And if you think they won't commit genocide on app slaves, you're wrong. They will. Doing it already. Remember, all these things are already working against you. They're already measuring you in a billion different ways you don't know and working toward your death. They're not working toward making you live longer. They're working toward killing you, burning you out, burning out your assets, killing you. Why? Because they're fucking evil, I guess. I mean, you can have all kinds of plans. There have been Nazis and fascists and genocidal racists around since the beginning of humanity. And I guess the ones right now really got the good old financial bull by the horns. They printed the money supply and they stole it all. They ran a real good scam on us, and now they got the AI that they're hoping cleans up the mess. We're the mess. We're the mess that might be cleaned up by the AI, or so they think. I don't want to be cleaned up. I don't want to be living under that. Hello, the bully of bullies. Nice to see you. We're talking about surviving shitty governments, fascism, the United States dog shit empire, colonialism, all of the horrible factors that are today combining to drive us into slavery. Brian produced a video. Let's watch Brian's video and give me yet another break because I don't know. Because Brian's got good content. I trust you, Brian. Let's see if you got anything good over here, Brian.
A third video for Wednesday night, and I wish I could have taken photos, pictures, videos of this house that I just delivered to, because I'm in a really ritzy area, and this house is probably the most expensive, largest. It basically is a castle I just delivered to. It literally looked like a castle. It was so huge, and I'm driving out of here, and all of these houses are all mansions, right? But it's in a gated mansion community. I've never seen anything like it before. Literally, it's gated, and there's every 500 feet there's a speed bump, so they don't want anyone speeding down here. I mean, this is all private road, private residence, and they literally have. And oh wow, and I'm going by. I can't even believe what I'm looking at. Let me see if I can. Oh man, you guys wouldn't be able to see it anyways because it's at nighttime right now. I hope I come back here sometime in the daytime so I could show you how insane it is. And all I keep getting is these insane Uber offers. Now the one I just took was for 11 something. Look at this, 15. This is on the trip radar. $15 for 2 deliveries for 14 miles. Did you just see that, folks? I tried to take a screenshot of it. I couldn't. I'm on the DoorDash app. I've been literally now, folks. You may not even believe what I'm going to tell you. I've been on the DoorDash app for, 320. It's 503 now, and I have not got one offer. Not even one where I'm at right now. Not even one offer. I got to go back to this map. So I'm a little bit away from, I'm in the zone, but I'm away from some restaurants. But still, I got an Uber before I got a DoorDash, and this is insane. Now, this coincides with today, with them offering or showing the 3-tier system. So apparently, I've made 2 other videos on this. I don't know when you'll hear this one, but they have brought the 3-tier silver, gold, platinum tier system into my area, and earn by time at the very same time. So I tried earn by time out today when they had it out, and it sucked, and I got off of it. I didn't expect it to be over where I am now, but it's available all the time now. But what's more scary is the fact that earn by time is available for a lot of people, and I think the reason why I'm not getting anything is because a lot of these dashes have switched over to earn by time, and they're taking one after another, and there's nothing there for pay per order. Look at this, another Uber coming in. Let me see. This one isn't like, it's not like horrible. At least it's like $1.10 per mile. But then if you have to come back, you're cutting it in half, right? I was shocked that I got the 11:42 showing for 6 miles, right? And this went to that castle place I was telling you about. Like, it looked like something. I don't want to say it looked like Castle Dracula, but it kind of did. It looked like it's just enormous. The only reason I couldn't take pictures or do a video or anything is because it was kind of dark, and it was a person in the driveway, someone who lives there, and they were in their car, and I couldn't see them, but it would look kind of strange if I was to do that, right? But I wish you could have saw it. Best looking house I have ever seen in my life. It was amazing. I mean, that thing must have been, you gotta say $300 million, $200 million. I mean, I don't know how much castles cost to you. Hey, let me know in the comments, what's the nicest, biggest, most expensive house you've ever gazed upon with your eyes, you know? Because if you tell me, I lived in one like that, yeah, right. You'd have to be a billionaire to own what this was. It was, oh, wow. Anyways, see, this is the type of stuff, and this is actually good compared to the ones I've seen, folks. Oh, in the past 2 days, $7 for 6 miles. I just won't do these one-to-ones. The only good thing with Uber, the only slight good thing, is you can go anywhere and drive with Uber. So even if you go into a different area, you might pick something up. But what do they always follow these deliveries with, these offers, is they give you a really bad one. They'll give you something like that, and then they'll send you a $2 one. It's insane. But yeah, I've been in this area, this zone, and I have not got one offer to come through. Oh, look at this one coming through, folks. 666. Is that not the devil's? I got the jackpot on this one. 666 for 10 miles, folks. I know you guys and gals are gonna laugh, but that's not funny. That's bad. That's the devil rubbing it in my face. Holy crap. Oh, wow. If I didn't see that coming through live myself, I would think I was in fantasy land. Boy, we are in a whacked out world, aren't we? Oh, that's all I needed to see was 666. That's like the devil saying, yeah, we're screwing you. How do you like it? I got all my minions working for these companies to screw all the drivers, you know? I've never done a video in which I had a live 666 come through. I've always got one and then took the picture of it, but that came through as I'm doing the video. That was amazing. I don't give any credit to the devil. I give it all to Jesus Christ, because that 666 is not good. But is that telling us something, folks? Is that telling a story right there? It's like flaunting it and throwing it in your face, you know? That was on the Uber app, obviously. But, oh, wow. So, again, I'm still sitting here. Look at this. Oh, there's a delivery streak challenge. This is a first. I didn't even notice that. Look at this, folks. Delivery streak. Let's see. I haven't got any of these. I haven't had a delivery streak challenge. And look at this, $8 challenge. Isn't this what Pedro DoorDash Santiago did? And he went berserk because they didn't give him the $8. Remember the video? Let's see. Challenge these, accept and complete 5 orders in a row and earn $8. Oh wow. I'm not even gonna do it. I mean, I'm not attempting that crap. That's a bunch of bullshit. But oh shit. Hold on a second, folks. I gotta make a turn here. Alright, good. Alright, so wow. And they have a challenge going, a challenge streak. Challenge streak. I'm not even going to try to attempt the streak. Now, if you decline one of these offers, right, and you don't take it, you supposedly don't get the $8. And I'm not going to go through what he went through, because I don't even believe that challenges are all that's done for, folks. And I haven't seen that in 2 years. It's been 2 years since I've seen a challenge streak. Why do you think they're bringing back the challenge streaks? It's the same reason why Uber does these stupid things on theirs. They're doing what? Oh, earn $4 extra for doing 4 deliveries. Oh, so you mean you're going to give us back a dollar back, part of the delivery charge that you ripped off from us? In other words, they're only giving you back the money that should have gone in your pocket anyways, folks. That's what they're doing with the challenge crap. They're holding back money and then pulling a fast one on you, making you think that I mean, if it was a real challenge, it would say like $45, $50 for eight deliveries, but it doesn't. Here's another crappy one coming in for Uber. Look at this. Look at this one, folks. $4.61 going 7.4 miles. This is the type of stuff, but I've seen ones way worse. I've seen ones for 20 miles, 30 miles. It's absolutely insane. But you see what I'm talking about? And you guys saw the 666, right? By the way, folks, do never take the 666s. I don't care if it was going 2 feet from the restaurant. Do not take them. That is a bad omen. It's not good. It's telling you something. It's telling you that this is the times we live in, right? Oh man, I look at this. Well, now this one sucks, right? But at least it's a little bit more than the 10 miles. And this is insane. They want people to go 10 miles. I mean, it's going into a bad area, too. Well, I mean, Dedham is a little okay, but it gets worse from there. And Uber will do that. A lot of these companies will do that. They'll pull you into an area where they know no one wants to go, because when you get over there, they're going to try to keep you there and keep you in the area that they pull you out to. It's absolutely insane. Oh, all right. Well, boy, we got a couple of bonuses in there to see what came through, huh? But all in all, have you seen anything come through on DoorDash? I haven't even had one offer, folks. I didn't even get offered a $2 one on DoorDash. This is quite crazy. This is insane. And again, in the last 2 videos, I don't know when you will have heard the other 2, but by the time you get to this one, hopefully you will have heard it, because I talked about how we should now, if any time was better time in history to stand up against this tyranny, we need to do it now, because you ain't going to have any other chances going forward, because people, and you know, even if you had a chance to win some money or get back what they ripped you off from, or you know, fight for your rights, they'll say, well, why didn't you fight years ago? Why did you let it get this bad? Oh, the obvious answer is, because we thought things were gonna get better, right? What the hell is this? 4 minutes away. It's not even telling me what. Look at this one. I've never seen that before. Have you, folks? It's not even telling me the offer. It's not even telling me the offer. It's just saying 4 minutes away. This is an Uber one coming through. What the hell? I've never seen this. 4 minutes away and I'm not even going to get the offer? I mean, wow, I'm hitting the jackpot tonight, huh? I didn't expect the video to turn out this good. Wow. And this is all on the fly, folks. No editing, anything. This is just screen recording. This is whacked. Holy Moses. 4 minutes away, I'm supposed to take an offer and you want to talk? Jeff Thomas Black, shout out to him. He talks about it being, and I do too, roulette wheel, gamification, gamified. Is that not gamified enough for you folks? Where you can't even see the offer? It doesn't tell you where you're going. It just tells you that the offer you're going to get is 4 minutes away, but you have no idea. You don't know the mileage. You don't know the person you're picking up from. You don't know nothing. You're supposed to go and try to see what it is. What is that, a mystery gift? Maybe it's $1,000 order coming through and they wanted to see if I was going to take it, huh? Maybe I should have took it, huh? What do you guys think? Should I have taken that? 4 minutes away and no information on it. Zero information. I mean, you bet your bottom dollar that was a zero tip and probably 10 miles away, you know? Holy crap. I've seen it all now, folks. I've seen it all. Or maybe I haven't. Maybe there's more in store. More tyranny and more craziness, huh? All right, well, look, I'm going to let you guys go. I wanted to do another video. This is basically let's see, 327. This is nice. 327 for 3.9 miles. Oh, isn't that wonderful? No thanks. This is what comes through all day long, folks. I was lucky to have an $11 one, 11 and change, which I think might turn into about $20 because it was a $100 order and it went to that castle like I was telling you guys and gals. I'm hoping there was at least $20 on it. These people were filthy rich, just dirty rich, unbelievable, you know? But anyways, I wanted to just do a third video in the same night because I had a lot on my mind and I needed to talk about some of these crazy things. And I did never expected I would be showing you what I just showed you. But that's the way it happens when you do these random videos, right? Let me know in the comments what you think, folks. Thanks for listening. This is Delivery Drivers Rideshare Alliance channel. Make sure you hit the subscription button, the notification bell, and the like button. And please share the videos out far and wide. Try to help the driving community, the people that are lost, that don't know any better, and try to educate them and try to help yourselves too, folks, because look in the mirror, because the answer starts with you. It doesn't just start with me or anyone else. It starts with you. If you get lazy about things, nothing will ever happen. If you want to make change, you need to try to do things physically to change it. All right, with that said, I will see you guys and gals on the next one. Take care, folks.
Well, thanks for that, Brian. Yeah, this got great comments going on here in the chat. Stephen Arrow says he got a bill in the mail for $53 for driving on toll roads while doing delivery. There's a couple good zones to the west, but he tries never to go over on that side because of the toll roads. Right. This is just ridiculous, right? The transition of corporate risk and expenses and loss and capital investment that has been placed upon the backs of the most vulnerable workers in the world by the gig economy is the greatest fraud in the history of the developed world. Greatest fraud in the history of developed world. And here's a terrifying thought for you. Here's a terrifying thought for you, as if you needed more terrifying thoughts. If somehow DoorDash and Uber aren't illegal, if they weren't illegal, then what would stop you or me or anyone else anywhere from just putting out a gamified, rigged app and running our own little casino slavery game on somebody? You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean about this being a social nuclear bomb? It's not controllable. See what DoorDash and Uber are doing, and the rest of the corporate cabal is they're establishing the fact that AI can be used to exploit humanity to the point of death around the world. Once that's established that it's okay, nobody's going to stop it because we all know, everybody in America knows now. Everybody in America knows now that Uber is nothing but a corporate Ponzi scheme with AI. Everybody in America knows DoorDash is a corporate Ponzi scheme with AI. But see, we're running the scheme all over the world from Silicon Valley and through BlackRock and State Street and Vanguard, all the owners, including money from China and Saudi Arabia and other nefarious sources like SoftBank, which is owned by a billionaire from Japan. Uh, these scams, if they are allowed, if which they won't be, right? This has to crash because DoorDash, what you don't understand, or maybe you don't understand, people that think this scam can go on, DoorDash and Uber are literally a threat to governments of the world. They're not controllable. They're not legislatable. They're enslaving humanity within different countries without the concern of borders. See, this is American colonialism. This is app colonialism. I coined the phrase app colonialism because that's what it is. We're now able to colonialize India with American rigged gig apps. Apps are pure fraud. App is just a fraud environment that is created to isolate and fleece different audiences. So you can put an app on here for the consumers called the food app. You can put an app on here for the slaves called the Dasher app. And you can put apps on here for a restaurant, which is called the merchant app. And you can keep all those separate audiences and then exploit each of them sequentially or each of them simultaneously, depending on how you want to do it. And do it all with AI, scalable to the entire planet Earth. That same goes for Uber thing. So what's the end game? How do you stop this? You can't. You can't, right? What and these guys laugh at laws. New York and somebody else just New York. So both Uber and DoorDash changed their tipping procedures in their dog shit rigged gig apps in the city of New York to penalize drivers allegedly. I don't even know what it does. Nobody knows. That's the beauty of black box gig app AI. But they changed their tips in New York to come now after the service instead of as part of the purchase. So this $17.97 minimum wage that was passed and then fought for and finally won in New York courts. Well, the gig app corporate cabal's just laughing at that. They'll just find another way to fuck you. You can't legislate a game world. You can't pass laws in Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, the law in the Grand Theft Auto is you can't rob red cars anymore. Well, that's not going to ruin the game. You can make infinite number of other car colors that you can rob. And what if you can't rob red, yellow, and blue cars? Well, that's still not a problem. There's an infinite number of other cars to rob. You cannot make laws in a rigged gig app game world. You can't do legislation. You can't even know how it works. See, this is the extent to which you have been exploited and lied to by the corporate world, by the global gig economy corporate cabal who has worked across the world. DoorDash is in 27 nations. 27 nations. I don't even know how many Uber's in. I should look it up. But DoorDash is in 27 nations through their acquisition of Volt app from Finland. That's it's WOLT, but it's pronounced Volt. 27 nations. App colonialism is going on in right now. And you got idiots like Chris Bowie over there in Australia going like, well, this is great for us. We love this American gambling that you gave us over here in Australia. We love it. Thanks, guys. Well, because Chris Bowie's just another dipshit sellout. Another ignorant fool telling people financial advice when he doesn't know a damn thing about anything, including DoorDash and AI. He's got a bunch of damn fools running around selling this dog shit to you. And now Uber's going public. Uber's going to have a public offering now on the back of its complete and total fraud. These are fascinating times we live in. Fascinating times we live in. You've got a known, literally a known global corporate AI fraud being run upon humanity right now, and no government in the world is fascinating times we live in. You've got a known, literally a known global corporate AI fraud, and horrifying that this could go on with literally no one stopping it. That's how you know how bad it is. That's how you know that BlackRock is all behind this, that State Street and Vanguard and governments of the world are all behind this, because nobody is stopping it. And it's pure human poison. This is a nuclear bomb. You thought COVID-19 was bad? You think nuclear bombs are bad? You have not thought about artificial intelligence yet. Artificial intelligence puts nuclear bombs and COVID to shame. It's going to end us if we let it. No doubt in my mind. Not one fucking doubt in my mind. The fact that the governments of the world are allowing this to happen is the only thing you need to know. There's a fucking TV show on, correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't watched it because I don't got HBO, I don't even have a TV, but isn't there a TV show on now that is like a multi-part series on HBO about what a fraud Uber is? Isn't there some fucking TV show on now about that? I'm told there is. This is like the Sackler family. Like, we could have a TV show on the opioid crisis for OxyContin, and we'll just still be selling OxyContin. Keep selling it. Keep fucking selling it. We know it's slavery. Keep selling it. But see, that's the thing. They think about our audience. They think about you. They think about me. They think we're so low class. We're so far in the sewer. We are such a lower caste. They don't even care if we know we're being exterminated. They know we know. We know they know we know. And they know we know we know they know. And nobody fucking cares. That should be very alarming to you. That should be very alarming to you that this is all a fraud. Nobody's looking at me going, "Oh, JTB, you're just a conspiracy theorist anymore." No, I was the first to tell you all this stuff, but now everybody's jumping on board. But here's the thing: if everybody jumps on board and it takes them another year to figure out how to stand up, we're all going to be, it's all going to be too late. We can't take another year for people to stand up. Everybody knows now. Got to call a quick halt. Quick halt. Quick halt to the bullshit. It is incomprehensible that the pure, unadulterated, naked fraud of corporate AI, of ChatGPT, of the OpenAI company, of DoorDash, of Uber, all the global corporate cabal of corporate AI and the gig app global economy scam on planet Earth. It's all got to end. It's all got to end. This is not survivable. This is not survivable. Think of it. The only reason it's working so far is that Uber and DoorDash and their ilk has a little monopoly. They have a little corporate cabal together. But if this is the standard, if we can just defraud each other with fake contracts and deception, where's the limit? Where's the limit? I mean, this is the gig economy, the global gig economy, corporate cabal, and fraud is equivalent to declaring that there are no longer any laws for finance and employment. None. Because there are no fucking rules. There are no rules, not one. And don't cite the ones that falsely say that gig economy app slaves are independent contractors. We know that's a lie. There's no independence from corporate AI. There's no independence in a game world. You're not independent in Mario Kart. You're not independent in Grand Theft Human. This is Grand Theft Human. They built a video game. They extended it to multiple platforms. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, all the corporate AI frauds. Now it's in your search engines. It's in your Bing. It's in your Google. It's in your social media. It's in your phone. It knows how much battery you got left. It knows what day you're making your deposits in your bank account. It knows what gig apps you work for. Knows how broke you are. Oh man, are you in trouble? If you think there's a stopping point at which the global corporate cabal and corporate AI will cease to exploit you, you are wrong. They will exploit you to death. You don't count. All of us together are a single line item called an expense. And we're all together an expense to be minimized. Period. End of story. Minimized does not include you having a house, eating, or surviving to breathe. It is the corporate wet dream. That is corporate AI. This is the corporate wet dream. There are no rules. You can be fired at any time. You can be denied employment. You can be denied a platform that you've worked on for years the next day. We have no safety. We can be turned off. The only answer for humanity is to turn these guys off before they turn us off. We are being enslaved right now by every single one of these corporate AI apps. You've got to get rid of them. You've got to fucking get rid of them right now. If you spend 40 hours a week on a gig app, spend that 40 hours a week on anything else. Go fucking rake your neighbor's lawn. Do fucking anything else besides these gig apps. Soon, now. Don't wait till they tell you that the bottom fell out in January, because that's a lie too. They control the supply and demand of drivers at all times. Pedro's a fucking idiot. Pedro's like, hey, you got to turn down these offers because then things will get better. No, things will never, ever get better. Things will never go the other way in the global gig economy and corporate cabal fraud. They will never go the other way. Pyramid schemes never go back the other way. Never. You understand what I'm telling you? They can't fix it. They can't change it. Every gig app, gig tuber, bullshit artist that's been giving you advice for years, other than just to minimize your risk and maximize your profit, is lying to you. Nobody knows anything about them. There are no fucking rules. Anything that was true yesterday might not be true today. Nobody knows how they work. They only work to exploit you. If that's not a good enough reason to run, you just need to go back and you need to watch every fucking minute of every show that I've done. You need to go back and watch like 250 hours of material over the last month and a half until you get it. Because this is your life on the line right here. I'm giving you the heads up. Nobody else is going to tell you this shit. Nobody else is going to tell you this shit because they don't want to put their head out there. They don't want to be wrong. They know I'm not wrong. I ain't scared. I've been doing this shit for a long time. I tell people the shit nobody else wants to fucking tell them, and then I take the consequences for it. Gonna do it again. Doing it right now. This is the fucking end right here. The illusion's up. You better get the fuck out of this thing before it all comes crumbling down. The illusion is gone. The whole world knows it's a scam of corporate AI. You better get the fuck out before it comes crumbling down. You better whack them before they whack you. Better do it. Don't be stupid. This is like channeling spirits. When I get done with this shit, I am spent. When I get done with this shit, I'm spent because I literally am and pouring out everything I've got in my brain and heart to tell you and beg you to know that this is your human survival right here. There is no other direction this is going. There is nothing that Mr. Spit on You is going to tell you that's ever going to help you again in the history of the world. Mr. Spit on You is of no use to you. The rideshare guy is of no use to you. Only thing that's of use to you is if you figure out how to spend your time in a different way than in a gig app that is exploiting humanity to the point of death. And they got to be shut down. The governments of the world have to shut it down. Look, this is a national security risk. DoorDash and Uber are national security risk to governments of the world. If I was a government of the world that was being terrorized and colonialized by DoorDash and Uber, I would destroy them in my nation immediately. And that's all it's going to take. Uber and DoorDash have known from the start that their biggest risk is governmental regulation. If anybody ever stands up, either the people or the governments, it won't be the governments because they've been bought off. But if anybody ever stands up for the workers of the world and for the fact that this is pure fraud and app slavery, this is pure digital slavery. The app market is pure fascism. Gig apps are fascist. Apps are slavery. Don't let anybody tell you different. That's why they didn't want me to be here. That's why they didn't want you to receive my book. That's why they didn't want us to get to a part in the relationship where you trust me in what I'm telling you as the absolute fucking truth. I'm telling you the absolute fucking truth. Gig apps are a tool of fascism. They will end with you unemployed, broke, unhoused, desperate, and or dead. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. This has been the Dad Dash talk. This is like the birds and the fucking bees. I'm not doing the Dad Dash shows anymore. But this is the birds and the fucking bees, kids. This is all I can tell you. Don't trust corporate AI ever. Don't trust it with your kids. Don't trust it with your dog. Don't trust it with your job. Don't trust it with your bank account. Don't trust it with your automobile. Don't trust it with your insurance. Don't trust it with your health insurance, for fuck's sake. Don't trust corporate AI. It's here to kill you. Not because it hates you, it's because it doesn't have any regard for you at all. It's not human. It is not human. It's never been human. Corporations aren't human. They've never been human. Corporations are human exploitation machines designed to produce revenue at all costs, including your life. Corporate AI is the ultimate realization of a corporation. It can now produce unlimited revenue with pure human exploitation, without employees, without standards, without jobs, without rules, and without capital. It will design a living hell on earth, which is what it's designed in the gig space. And all you have to do is watch the gig space. We're a bunch of gambling addicts, pretending that we had a good day or a bad day when every day is just dictated by corporate AI. It's pathetic. When you listen to people on all these different channels talking about how they did today and how much money they made, everything, they might as well have been at a casino pushing a button on a gambling machine, playing digital poker or playing digital blackjack or playing sluts or whatever. Because all they're doing is playing Grand Theft Human. Had a good day at Grand Theft Human, bad day at Grand Theft Human. They're just sitting there with their finger up their ass, wasting their life, wasting their consciousness, wasting their automobile, wasting their fuel, wasting their time, wasting their life, wasting their humanity in an unconscious state on a gig app. If there's anything more repulsive in that in the history of humanity, other than just straight up genocide and murder, which is coming as well, and which we're already engaged in, I don't know what it is. It's horribly disgusting, horribly disgusting. You must tell your friends, you must tell your neighbors, you must tell your family, you must start making changes in your life. There is no option B. There is no fucking option B. Right here, right now, this is your life, December 7th, 2023, 8:31 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Time to wake the fuck up. It's not getting any better. This gig space got to die. Now this gig space needs to be your entrepreneurial space. This needs to be the space where you talk about the options of what happens after we quit the gig apps. Fuck the gig apps. Nothing to talk about anymore. There's nothing to talk about anymore. The facade is done. The illusion of gig apps is over. Right. The government won't shut them down, so we have to. It's pure slavery, Rick. It's Grand Theft Human. If the government, and some governments will shut them down. Remember, app colonialism is only coming from the United States. And so Europe's going to shut them down. Australia's going to shut them down. These other countries are either going to get cut in on the profits or they're going to shut them down, because this is human slavery. This is enslaving humans by the billions, potentially. So this is Grand Theft Human. This is fascism. This is the time where you need to stand up right now because gig apps are fascist tools. Gig apps are tools of Nazis. They're doing human experiments on you. You are part of a human experiment of slavery, of app slavery. And they did not ask your permission. You did not give them your informed consent. We cannot give them our informed consent. It is not possible. That's the way it works in the world. That's what it is. We live in a matrix right now that is made up of multiple AI systems, none of which we were told about, none of which we gave informed consent to be tested upon us. Nevertheless, they have, and there are no rules to protect us. So better protect ourselves. I mean, look, do you expect the government to protect your kids? No, you protect your kids. You expect the government to protect your dog? No, you protect your dog. You expect the government to protect your house? No, they're not going to protect your house. You protect your house. Government ain't going to protect your community, not going to protect your car, not going to protect your family. There is no protection for us except each other. So we better change the zeitgeist of this space from being app slaves to being free human beings. That would be the suggestion that I will posit for the day. We started the show this morning at around 5 in the morning, because I don't know, I needed a couple hours to warm up on music and stuff. And it's been an interesting day. But these are just there's not a lot to say. There's not a lot to say these days. This is the time to gird your loins. This is the time to wake yourself up, to shake it off, to realize that there is no tomorrow. Shit's going down right now. Right now. Now is the time when humanity is discovering that the gig apps are total illusions and fraud. So how far are you going to ride this fraud into the ground? You going to jump on the next fraud that comes out? I mean, if Uber's allowed to commit global fraud and DoorDash is allowed to commit global fraud, how come? Why can't I start a gig app with my AI that commits global fraud? Why can't you start a gig app that commits global fraud? There's no rules. There's no fucking rules. We can commit. We can just. I'm just going to commit a. I'm just going to start a gig app that sells automobiles. I'm going to sell automobiles, and I'll sell some of them for $5. I'll sell some of them for $50,000. I'm not going to tell anybody what they're actually worth. We'll just start an app. We'll sell automobiles. It'll be a surprise. I'll just make sure I profit, but it'll be a surprise. You'll just get a car, maybe. You'll have four wheels anyway. I mean, there are no rules, right? If there's no rules, there's no fucking rules. You can't like make rules out of chaos. Gay apps are just chaos. Gig apps are just corporate AI chaos. There are no fucking rules, so we can do whatever we want now. It's anarchy. That's what our government's telling us. There are no rules anymore. Fascinating, fascinating realization, isn't it? It's fascinating when your government tells you there's no fucking rules, no fucking rules, except you're a slave to corporate America. I don't know. I don't know. I find that fascinating. Well, everybody, I'm about tired of this. I'm about tired of my own voice, and I got other shit to do today. I got to figure out how to put this book in your hands, which is not as easy as it sounds. There's like details around formats and shit and money and shit, all the shit I fucking hate. But anyway, it's been great spending time with you. This has been Surviving AI with JTB. You did it. I did it. It is December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. For those of you counting history, 8:36 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This show has been Surviving AI with JTB. We did it. We fucking survived. Why don't you keep going? You're the leader. Go ahead and survive till tomorrow, and then I'll see you then.